author and columnist Mark Steyn joins us right now, last in nobody's column. Mark, what's going on with the Biden campaign? I know it was a small poll and it's just one poll, only 320 people in it. But my goodness, he's lost double digits in points on that very same poll in a short time. What's going on?
Yeah, and it's only 2 months ago that The Hill, which reported on this new poll, was saying that he would wallop Trump in a landslide head-to-head. There's not going to be a Biden-Trump head-to-head. He's not going to be, by the time we get to the Iowa caucus and the New Hampshire primary, or the Vermont primary, as he'd say, he's not going to be in the race. I love old people. I'm the least ageist person in the media. And when I listen to people say, well, Biden made these gaffes when he was 65, 55, 25, he made these gaffes in middle school. The point is, when he was doing that, they're going to put you all back in chain stuff. He still had vigor. There are people with a decade and a half on his age who have more vigor. Janice Dean talked to one, a nonagenarian, on your show this morning, who had more energy than Joe Biden. He's not going to stick around for Iowa and New Hampshire. He'll be gone before then.
He's got over 50, a wide swath, a wide chunk of the African-American vote among Democrats. But the first two primaries don't have a great black vote in New Hampshire and Iowa. One's a caucus, one's a primary. Will he even get to South Carolina if he doesn't win either one of those? Is that your point?
Yeah, no, I don't. I think at some point he's in the position that a lot of early frontrunners are. He's electable because he's electable. The minute you have more polls showing him in third place, the principal rationale for his candidacy evaporates. What is his message? What is his platform? What is his slogan? What is his theme? The only thing he is going for him is that he's been around forever, he has name recognition, and is therefore presumed to be electable. When you have polls showing him in third place, and worse, if he starts slipping into fourth place below people no one had ever heard of 3 months ago, then the entire rationale for the Biden campaign disappears.
I asked you to do a lot of things, Mark, in the past, whether it's on the Fox and Friends couch or on this very set. But I'm going to ask you to do play-by-play on Beto O'Rourke. He has decided to fry a burger on camera because the dentist thing didn't really pan out for him. Can you try to explain and make heads or tails of this? He decides to tell us he fries burgers. How does that help?
Yes. Well, because Beto O'Rourke has been doing this thing where he had his ear hair trimmed live on camera. Then he went to the dentist live on camera, and people thought, well, he's just some shallow narcissist with no substance. So he's decided to show us he has got substance, and following his success at changing a tyre without actually jacking the car up, he's now decided to fry a burger. It's a very bizarre situation he's got going there with that burger. That seems to be some kind of English muffin he's putting the burger on. I don't know about that. I don't want that kind of thing. I would not, and I don't know about 2 clumps of broccoli next to the burger. But if this is what the new menu is going to be in the Beto White House, it's not something you want to get mixed up with.
I think the American public is rejecting the minutia of Beto's life. Meanwhile, another thing, Senator Gillibrand has been in this race forever, and she's changed her views on everything from immigration to what she thinks of the Clintons, who were an ally for years and mentored her to that spot that Senator Hillary Clinton would actually give up to become Secretary of State. And now her campaign seems to be crumbling. Allies want her to drop out, and she's still very confident, though, in her moral superiority of everybody else.
This country was founded on some basic moral principles, that we have a moral compass as a nation. Our morality as a country is literally on a knife's edge.
For me, it's really a moral question. For me, it's very much a moral question. I've been called to fight as hard as I possibly can to restore that moral integrity, that moral decency.
Well, is the moral integrity and decency going to propel her, do you think?
No, I think her moral compass is actually sitting at the bottom of Lake Champlain. She represented a district in upstate New York, hard by the Quebec border, and she had very moderate, very centrist views that she's tossed overboard along with her twirling moral compass in the last 3 months. So she just comes across as a shallow opportunist without the excuse of Joe Biden that she barely remembers what country she's in. So she is not the same person she was 5 years ago. And that gives her a credibility issue. It makes her sound fake when she's lecturing audiences in Youngstown, Ohio, on how they're suffering from white privilege. This is someone who just embodies all the worst, most opportunist, most shallow aspects of politics.
Whatever you want to say about Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders or President Trump, they are themselves. They stay with their same issues. They barely bend. They do some nuances so people can have a real sense of who they're not voting for or voting for.